So hi, hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then a huge welcome, and if you are returning, then thank you so much. I currently feel like a news presenter right now, like with my hands on the table doing this intro, but if you haven't already, if you can't already tell from the title, then I'm making a vision board today, and I'm going to talk you guys through the process of how to make them, how I make mine, how I set out the images and everything like that. So if you do enjoy this video, please give it a huge thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. So I probably need to clear this little table. It's not the biggest table, but I'm going to talk you through everything from finding my images all the way through to actually making it. So I will show you how big my vision board is going to be. Not everyone's is going to be as big as mine, but I want it to sit behind me here in the office so that whenever I'm on calls, whenever I'm in this office space, I can see my goals visualised all the time. I think it's also really important as well, as you'll see behind me, I've got candles burning. I would put music on if I wasn't going to get copyrighted. I might put some piano on, and hopefully Ludovico and Audi's not copyrighted, but we'll see. And yeah, just set the scene. I've also got my money tree here. I've realised the importance of plants for just oxygen and just feeling good, so I bought myself a plant, and of course it was a money tree to manifest abundance and wealth into life. I've also got my crystals as well. I am actually trying to invest in a few more crystals. I really want like a huge crystal, but I can't actually find where to buy them other than the USA. So I've also got as well my scissors just to cut the images that I've got here, and a Pritt stick just to stick the images down. So before I get into it, I'm going to really quickly do a screen recording here and just show you guys like how I find my images. So I want to kind of make you guys aware as well that doing a vision board shouldn't be something that takes a day. It shouldn't be something that you literally have a little scroll on Pinterest, find some images and boom, done, like your vision board's done. It does really take planning. So this has been a journey for me for the past 3 weeks, I'd say, minimum, where I've been reading books about manifestation and really understanding what it is that I want to get out of life. I've also then done a 21-day transformation course as well, just to really understand what are my limiting beliefs when I'm thinking about my goals. You know, what are the things that when I want something that instantly come into my head and I doubt myself, or I doubt the vision, I doubt the goal, I doubt the process. And I've really had to be like strict with myself in terms of don't just find pictures of nice houses on Instagram and families and things like that and be like, that's what I want, because actually I know how specific my goals are, and I think it's really important to then find specific images. So as I've said, I'm just going to put a really quick screen recording on screen here, just in terms of the vision board that I collected on Pinterest. I also got quite a lot of images from Instagram as well. One tip that I would massively recommend is when you are on Instagram and you see things and you're like, oh my god, that is a dream of mine, whether it's a quote, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a car, whether it's a job, whether it's an amount of subscribers, you've seen somebody hit it if you do YouTube, whatever it might be, a collab, let's say, if you know, are going down that route, whatever it might be, save the images. Just save them into a collection on Instagram, because I then scrolled down and I was like, oh my god, there was a pair of shoes that I've wanted for years, and it would seem silly for me not to put it on my goal board. So yeah, I would encourage everyone to be really thorough and don't just put things on a goal board because you think that you want them, and actually when you dig deeper you don't, because you know your goal board's going to be somewhere that's going to be visual, and that's a really important step. It's going to be somewhere that you're going to be able to see it non-stop. You're constantly going to be reminded of everything that you want to achieve, and I do think it's really important to put a lot of thought into a goal board. I've written pages as well of different things that I want to manifest. I am going to link the book in the description below, but I've been reading a book called Manifest Now, and you do lots of different activities around what it is that you want to achieve and things like that. So I'm going to stop rambling because I'm conscious this is a very long introduction, and we'll get straight into it. Just thought I'd actually show you guys how big my vision board is going to be. So I bought this frame from the range. It's a 24 by 36 61 by 91.5 frame, so it's absolutely huge. Yeah, just to give you guys size, a reference of how big my goal board is going to be. It's pretty damn big. So I'm just going to, oh, this is really difficult. I'm just gonna you know that metal, I hate the metal ones. I think I might use scissors. So obviously this piece of paper gives me a really good kind of size reference as to how big the goal board's actually going to be. I'm conscious my table isn't actually big enough for the goal board, so we'll have to just do it section by section. I don't know whether to do this somewhere else because it's not going to be... Do I take this on a floor somewhere? Right, that's better. What I've done is I've got the back of the picture frame and used that as like almost like a bigger table. So let's just move the crystals out of the way. So I'm going to talk you guys through the pictures. So I've basically done an order from free prints just because, as I've said, I really want this to be special. I want it to look really good. I don't want it to just be like printed pictures off the internet with like lines on them, because I really have put a lot of effort into this goal board. So I did 2 separate orders because, like I said, I don't think you can ever have too many pictures to kind of play with for a goal board. So this pack here, oh, I've already actually cut these. So I've got everything from quotes. So for example, this one says, don't settle for nice, for pleasant, blah blah blah. I'm not going to go into them all. I've got things like an engagement ring on here, because obviously I'd like to get engaged. I'd also like to find a relationship. I've got like relationship goal images here. Some shoes that I want. I've got a lady doing yoga because I really want to get into yoga myself. I've got a picture of a Rolex. I've got a picture of a house. And it's really important as well to be specific. So for example, I know it's in this pile somewhere. I've even done the interior of my car that I want. So I've not just done an exterior image. I've made sure that I'm really clear with the interior. What's it going to look like inside? How's it going to feel? I've even, and I need to cut these, done pictures of balloon arrangements, right? And this probably seems like a ridiculous thing to have on a goal board, but it's something to me that I've always wanted. I've always wanted big celebrations. I want to celebrate absolutely everything. I love going all out for birthdays and just really celebrating everything in life, because I just think it's such a sad life if you can't celebrate absolutely everything all the time. So yeah, but I've been really specific, e.g. I've written down when I was doing my Manifest Now book that I really want to live like near water, or I really want a nice view. I really want open windows so that on a morning I can have my morning coffee and it's just full of like tranquility and peace. And yeah, so I've got this picture here of like bifold doors on a lake. I've also got like window seats with kind of views, if you can see, which is something else again that I wrote down when I did the activity, that I really want like open spaces, light. I want to be able to sit near views and be able to read and have like a coffee and just relax. So yeah, I did them. I've also got lots of quotes as well, because I think it's really important to have like words around like what it is that you want to achieve. So for example, I've got this one that says I built me. This one says be a boss, date a boss, build an empire. I've got a quote about relationships. So as well as like relationship goals, which I've got within this pile, I've got a quote, for example, that says somebody who betters you, somebody who inspires and encourages you in love and in life, who pushes you towards dreams and goals that you'd otherwise ignore, who selflessly sacrifices their time to helping you become a more courageous, well-rounded and happy human being. That's sacred. You hold on to a love like that. And for me, again, it's just something to go with it. There's depth behind the pictures, and I've got everything. I know I'm going into them in a lot of detail, but I've got, for example, YouTube plaques. I've actually got my exact bank account here. So these are my bank details, and then the amount that I want in my bank. So I print screened my bank account and basically covered over the image that was in and put a different image. I've done the same with my followers here on Instagram. I've gone over what my following is and put my dream following. I've also done the exact same with YouTube as well, about how many subscribers I want. I've printed out me and made my congratulations poster for different pin titles that I want to hit within my travel business, which will go in one section. Again, images of that kind of view that I really want to manifest and that I really want in my house. I've got body goals as well, because I know it's a little bit of kind of probably not a superficial thing, but you know, I kind of need that to remind me that I should probably put down the caramel nibbles every now and again. So what I'm going to do, I do need to cut some images still, but what I'm basically going to do is I want my goal board to flow. So I want a section for like finance and business and things that I want to achieve that flows into like maybe the materialistic things, that then flows into a house and my house dreams, and then the family dreams. And do you know what I mean? I want it to flow so that it doesn't just feel like loads of images that make no sense on a board. I really want it to flow. So obviously when I've got like my house goals, so I've got obviously another picture of a house there, I've got the exact staircases that I want because I really want a grand staircase, so I've got different examples of that. Then it might flow through to wedding dresses, it might flow through to me and children, a picture of a man and a woman in the back of their wedding car, an example of a wedding venue that I love. And then I've got travel places that honestly, I know I'm probably speaking a million miles an hour, but I've got like travel places that I want to achieve, that I want to visit, sorry. So I've got, I don't know how to say this, but I think it's like Kappa something in, I think it's in Turkey. The Amalfi, probably the Amalfi again, LA, and then I've got Amalfi again, the Maldives, Rome. This was the picture of the shoes that I said that's been saved on my Instagram for ages. So obviously I'd start pairing like shoe and materialistic images together. So I've got like a section of the handbags and the shoes that I want to manifest. I've also got a picture of vegetables because I want to be that bitch that goes to fresh greengrocers and fills their body with healthy things. So yeah, I'm going to start arranging it. I'll put you on a time lapse and I'll pick you guys back up once I've arranged it, and I'll kind of talk you through the different images and how it's going to flow. I'm going to put this song on though. This song is like my song. So starting in this corner, as I said, I've got like the views of the house here. I've got like the grand staircase, which is something that I personally really want. I've got the bay window there with the view. I've got like my dream fireplace. Again, there's a lady and her two children sat looking out onto water, which again is just something that I really crave. That's actually a house that I was looking at on Rightmove the other day, but it just kind of fits the style houses that I really like. I really like big open spaces. I love back bifolding doors. I've got them in quite a lot of the different houses and skylights and things like that. I've obviously got my quotes about relationships, an engagement ring, be a boss, date a boss, build an empire. I know it's cringy, but for me, that is just me. I've got like almost like aesthetic relationship pictures there. I'm not going to get into the relationship side of things too much with what I've got on here, just because obviously it is a personal and it should be personal to you. I've got examples of like wedding dresses, like really floaty ones that I like. Find your equal, not your whole, which I think is so important. As I've said, these are not fully sorted just because they're not stuck down. I love that so much. I don't want to get into that again too much. I've really wanted to fly first class or on a private jet. It's just always been a goal of mine. I've got be your own boss there. This quote that says, I'll fail a million times before I betray my heart and settle for a life I don't want, which is 100% me. And then I've got images there of like a mum and a daughter, an example of an office, and then we'll just move down a little bit. So then it goes into more materialistic and business. So a Cartier ring, I've got the 100k on Instagram, 100k on YouTube, and the plaques that come with that, how much I want to manifest in my bank. So 100,000 and I want 11,000, which I've put there. They're just mini milestones, and I've got 50,000 there. And then I've got congratulations for achieving 3-star and 4-star, which is what I want to achieve in the business. And then I've got this quote here about prosperity being a birthright. the fact that I built me. That's me doing some public speaking. Chanel trainers, which I really want. A Rolex, a Yves Saint Laurent bag. They're my dream Chanel shoes that I found years ago and I've still never been able to find them. Louis Vuitton luggage, just little things like that. I know they're materialistic, but it gives me almost mini milestones to work towards. Interior of a car, don't know if you can tell which car that is. Haven't put the exterior of my car on here because it's such a big wide goal board. I just feel like cars can very easily change. That is the interior of a Range Rover though, however. A big fire pit, again, I love the thought of like outdoor space and just chilling there with like friends and family. I've got this here that says helping one person might not change the world, but it could change the world for that one person. Getting into like charity work is definitely something that I want to do more, so now I'm earning a little bit more money. I've got body goals there and there, but it just kind of fit in with the holiday theme as well. I've got this quote that says, I'm too creative for a 9 to 5. Damn right I am. I've got like the little balloons in the top corner as well because I just really, I don't know why, but I really want to be able to just celebrate properly. I've got the Amalfi on here, that place that I said to you, that Kappa, I don't know how to pronounce it. I might rejig this side though. I feel like this side is very like busy and structured, and this side feels a little bit, it's almost like a little bit bigger. Do you know what I mean? It feels like a lot. Do you know what I mean? So I might have a little replay with that, but I'll show you if I do. I've got this that says discover a new world, put your phone down, which I literally need. Spend less time watching other people live their lives and more time enjoying your own. Again, 100%. You didn't go through all that for nothing. That honestly is one of the most powerful quotes that I've got on here. You owe it to yourself to become everything you've ever dreamed of being. And yeah, so there's Hollywood, there's yoga, Yves Saint Laurent bag, I don't know if I talked about that. That's just another like holiday inspo place. I might cut up a few other images and maybe fill this a bit better. I just feel like this is very, I love this side, and then I don't know if it goes a little bit boxy here. So I'm going to see. What I'm going to do though is I am going to leave the goal board here for a couple of hours, and I just want to come back to it with a fresh head because again, I do think it's a longer process than what people might think it is. It shouldn't be rushed. You know, I'm going to be looking at this every single day, so I'm going to have a little play around with it. So we have finally finished the goal board, which I'm so pleased about. It's currently 10:35. I have had a little glass of wine and some caramel nibbles, and I've just had my money motivation playlist playing just whilst I was sticking it all down. I'm not gonna lie, the sticking it down part is definitely the most kind of frustrating, but you've just got to not allow yourself to get frustrated. You've got to stay in a positive frame of mind when you're doing goal boards. So as I've said, it literally flows the exact same way as before. So I've got obviously house, kind of relationships, marriage, children, all the way down to kind of be your own boss, and then there's a few quotes, house, YouTube, Instagram, monetary goals, business goals, through to a bit more materialistic things. I've got public speaking on there. I literally have so many different images, so I'm just going to bring the camera up close so that I can show you guys the different images. If anybody has like any specific questions about making them or anything that you guys want to know, please just pop them in the description box. But I am so excited for this to hang up in my office. I just think like visualizing your goals and being able to see them every single day is so powerful. And I know that I haven't really gone into the law of attraction too much in this video, but I am going to pop some resources if you are new to the whole manifestation, visualization kind of thing. So yeah, this is the finished product. I am so pleased with it, and I cannot wait for it to go on the wall in my little office. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have a sip of wine and probably stare at this for a few hours. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you do enjoy this content. So thank you for watching.